Kind of feels like going into a coffin, to be honest. Not that I really have much experience with that, but you know, about what it feels like. Alright, so what we're doing here is I've taken the stuff out of here, which is this great big huge bag of tools, and I've drilled a hole back there. And what I want to do is install this so it's blowing out. Of course, if I put it on the outside there, I'm going to hit it with something instantly. So unfortunately, I got to crawl in there. I made the mistake of already attaching the fridge, so I think I can squeeze in there. So I'm going to try to get inside of there and screw that in. Hopefully I don't get stuck. It might be fun to watch. This is just screwed down here. Just a couple screws. It's the benefit of working with wood. I mean, obviously you can do the same with metal, but if this was aluminum, I think I'd cry every time I put a hole in it. This is just plywood. I would have gone thicker with everything, but as usual, budget. Oh, really? Guess fridge is coming out. Alright, so the fridge is pretty easy. Just 2 screws on each side. You could strap the fridge down, but I'm always worried somebody's going to steal it. Alright, so fridge is unscrewed. Get this out. And I should probably vacuum while I'm in there. I am going to unplug the fridge. One last thing to get caught on. Alright, so I'm going to need that in there. And I think I'm just going to cheat and use a couple of these screws. Alright. Figured maybe I shouldn't get stuck. Kind of feels like going into a coffin, to be honest. Not that I really have much experience with that, but you know, about what it feels like. Alright, so we're here on the other side, the drawers underneath here essentially. So I fished the wires up back here, and I do have a channel that comes up, but it's really hard to get to. So we're gonna come kind of around the outside, if you will. Alright, so I marked it. This is ground, just cleaning up the wires, just want to twist it. Alright, so positive, neutral, or ground. And the way these work is it's really nice. So I'm going to hook it up to F4, so 10 amp. You can change it, 10 amps the max, probably run a 5. I'm just running that little bitty fan. And so there's just a little slot with a little tension screw. You tighten it up. While I'm back here, I'll make sure the others are good. Alright, and positive works the same way, just goes into a little slot. Oh, sorry. So, it fell right out because I don't think I had it in the slot. Let's find out. I guess I should have done a bit of a tug test. There we go, that feels like it's in. You want to make sure the insulated piece isn't what you're crimping down on. Because basically it's two pieces of metal pinching the wire, creating a connection. So if you did that with the insulation, no connection. Now you can take the back off, the same as I'm doing here in the front with the positive, the red. It's just more work. So again, tighten it up, give a tug test. Then these slide right up there. Alright, and they go in. And then this, there you go, has two little screws on the side. Just snug, don't over tighten them, that would suck. It would suck because you'd have to figure out how to drill and tap it, which I don't think would ever happen. Alright, so... Alright, snugged. Hence the reason I haven't done all these wires yet, because I keep adding things. I don't think anything's ever finished, but eventually I'll clean this all up. Alright, let me show you what I've done on the control panel. I'm sure there's a much smarter way to show you this. More than happy to have someone tell me, but for lack of just Googling it, I'll just show you here. Okay, so this is the RedVision configurator. So basically with this, you tell it what you've done to the system and then upload a program, and then it shows up. Without that, there's no power to what we just connected. So what we want to do is go to wiring configurator, and it's on. You could have multiple. This is the box we're on. Okay, so I kind of messed around this a little bit before. These are what I already have in place. So this is the output that's listed on that box there. So output 0 is cabinet lights. This is me labeling it. This is me giving it a picture. Pretty slick stuff. USBs. You can control these by a switch or always on. So like this is channel enabled. Here's the picture that has it. Here's the label that I gave it. Master switched. Always on is selected. Alright, so cancel that. We are going to go, I added the picture because I was just messing. Channel enabled, master switched, always on. Okay, so we're going to change this in a minute because I only want it to come on with a certain temperature. And that'll be under, I believe, input control. But let's hit save. Back. And then down here, program. And then what's it want you to program? Well, that's the display that I have. Again, you could have two different displays showing different things. It's just pretty slick. So if you wanted to see some stuff, oh, actually now I'm looking at it. You guys probably can't see much of this with the reflection. My bad. We'll see how this turns out. I might do another one inside. And then you just gotta sit here and wait a few minutes. It's kind of annoying. But you don't have to do this very often. This is just to program it, so it's probably like the 5th time I've programmed this in 2 years. But now what it should do is it should be turning that always on. Now I'm just going to double check. It is number 4. So that should, once this is done, show up on the display, and then should be done. Oh yeah, I had one of those pop-ups. 2 minutes later. Well, it's on, but very loud. Okay, so it's come on, but it's super loud. Not sure why. That was silent when I tested it. It must be rubbing on something. I'm gonna have to mess with that and go back in the dungeon and figure that out. I know it's pretty hard to see, but, or hear for that matter. but it was hitting a piece of wood. So I pulled that off, pulled a piece of wood out where I drilled the hole, and it's good. You can hear it. Now that's not an issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to program this to only come on when it's maybe 70 degrees back here. And that, hopefully, will help vent the fridge. Because without that, it gets really hot, or at least I think it gets hot in the back of the fridge. Because the fridge vents are all in the back here. In the back there. I'll show it when I put it on, but that should, inlets on this side, outlets on that side. So, wondering if I should drill another hole to let air in. Maybe I'll do that. That'll be fun down here. Oh yeah, I got the wiring in the way down there. Maybe I won't drill. Maybe it is what it is. Let me think about that.